Every person has a divine protector. That's a spirit guide that watches over the person during his or her lifetime here on earth. Now, the spirit guides are made by God, and their purpose is to bring love, peace, and serenity to all of us. You can call on your guardian angels in times of need by praying to them, and when you do that, we can rest assured that they will help us during any difficult time that we might have. Anytime you call to a guardian angel, it's like you're asking God to help us, since the angels are God's messengers. It's God who has appointed the angels to be his messengers to us. When we pray, we have to pray in God's name. We're not praying to the archangels, but we're praying to God through the archangels. And that way, our prayers are going to be answered. The archangels have a very serious job, and that's to protect humankind and to make life here on earth to be safe. In the material world, we only see other human beings, but this world is intertwined with the spiritual world. In the spiritual world, we have evil things, we have demons, we have spirits, and things of that nature. So the archangels can help us fight off any demons or any bad spirits that might be trying to affect us in our daily lives. I believe there are many archangels, but when you look at historical books and books of the Jewish tradition and the Islamic tradition, we have a couple of them that are given names. All these archangels have different roles, so not all archangels play the same role. The archangels will come to our life with deep understanding. When they are working with us, we get to have acceptance and love and compassion. But remember, they're working for God and they're always obeying his commands. So how they affect our lives is really basically what God wants. The archangels cannot do anything to us that God doesn't want. Now the archangels, these are spiritual beings, so they are really never exhausted. And all of us are assigned an archangel immediately when we are born and given a name. So some of us can have the same archangel, but since these are spiritual beings, that doesn't mean that when they're working for one of us, then the other person is not covered. The archangels can be there at different places at different times and can perform multiple tasks. So they're not limited like human beings in time and space. Remember, the archangels are God's messengers, and they love it when you call upon them. They want to be close to us and they want to protect us. Now, before we continue, I'd like us to do a quick overview of the differences between angels and archangels. These two are not the same. So to start off, angels are the pure and perfect beings. These are God's creations, and their purpose is to serve God and his people. That is why the angels are always called messengers. If you look in the Bible during the story of the birth of Christ, you realize that angels came to give Mary the wonderful news about Christ's birth. That's why they are called messengers. They represent God's image and always ready to help those who are in need. They listen to his word and obey him. These are the most faithful executors of God and his word. The angels are spirits and exist only for God, but are very also close to humans. In the religious texts, we can see that angels are interacting with humans in one way or another. On the other hand, when you look at archangels, these are also angels, but they are angels of a higher rank. Their duties are very similar to those of angels. However, what is required of them is more glorified and important. So all the archangels, you realize their names end with the word El. And El is Hebrew, which means of God. So you can know that these are messengers of God. They carry God's name in their name and thus remain close with him and protect his image. Each archangel has a different task. Not all archangels have the same task. Generally, angels and archangels are present in every religion. You'll find them in Christianity, in the Jewish religions, also in Islamic traditions. You're going to find archangels and angels. So these beings are considered genderless, and the names that are given to them bear a meaning and frequency that can best describe their nature. Every number has its own vibration, and each archangel governs over one or more of the frequencies that correspond to the numerological system. So to discover which archangel governs over your number, and thus that's the archangel who will be protecting you, you first need to calculate your numerology number. To To do that, you're going to have to use your date of birth. So let's say you were born on 31st, let's say 31st of, which month should we choose? Let's say you're born 31st July 1991. In this case, you're going to need to reduce this number sequence to a single number, or you can just leave it at a cardinal number. So we take all the numbers in the date, that's 3, 1, 0, 7, 1, 9, 9, 1. Then we add all of them, and adding them gives us 31. Then we're going to add 3 plus 1, that's going to give us 4. So that cardinal number 4, that is your Archangel's number. And the Archangel who's in charge of number 4 is Archangel HANIEL. So let's say if you get numbers 11, 22, 33, 44, you don't have to reduce these numbers, as these are the master numbers in numerology. After calculating your life path number, you can know which Archangel reigns over that number and what that means for you. So in this next section, we're going to go through the 9 numbers and each angel assigned to each number. So if your total number is 4 or 5 or 6, you're going to know which Archangel is assigned to you and what that means for you. The Archangel who reigns over number 1 is Archangel RAGUEL. His name means the friend of God. The Archangel is responsible for acting God's will and introducing it to the human relationships. He also creates peace whenever he interacts with people, and whenever the Archangel is present, you also find that you're just peaceful around people. Archangel RAGUEL has the role of peacemaker for people in heaven and on earth. He brings harmony and balance to the world. He also reminds us that we need to help each other because we are all divinely connected, and so we need to get close to one another instead of growing apart. The Archangel doesn't work alone. He also works with others in order to establish harmony between the natural world and all of humanity. This Archangel wears a white robe and carries a big book in the hand which has the Akashic records written on it. That is, it has all the information about the past, present and future of every living being in this world. In animal form, the Archangel can appear as an opossum, a mouse, a skunk, a groundhog or a raccoon. The opossum is a symbol of the nurturing of the family, while the mouse symbolizes productivity in silence. The groundhog is always looking deeper for answers, while the raccoon and the skunk represent the cleanup crew. Ants and bees are also symbols of this Archangel, since they mean working together in harmony. When you are dealing with situations that are out of order and you have perplexed thoughts, call on Archangel RAGUEL to assist you in restoring balance to your life and to get things in order. The Archangel will always bring you to the positivity and harmony you need when dealing with the hardships of life. So next we go to number 2, and this Archangel is not only in charge of number 2, but he's also in charge of number 11. See, when you have number 11, we have 1 plus 1, that's 2. That's why the Archangel is in charge of both number 2 and number 11. The name of Archangel Uriel means God is my light, and this Archangel is associated with wisdom and truth. The Archangel can help you in bringing knowledge, wisdom and light into darkness. He also helps to release painful memories and turn disappointments into victory. Archangel Uriel appears in human form as a hermit. He is usually dressed in white with wings and carries a lantern to light the way for every human being. In animal form, the Archangel appears as a bluebird or a blue jay. This Archangel helps us to deal with loneliness, which we might experience from time to time. He also teaches us how to be alone without really feeling lonely. When the Archangel is present, you will learn to appreciate your own company and to love yourself. If you find yourself feeling sad and alone, or if someone you know is dealing with feelings of loneliness, you can call upon Archangel Uriel for help and guidance. The Archangel will remind you of how wonderful you are and will show you all the goodness of your soul so that you can find the treasures within yourself. You can also call upon the Archangel to provide you with answers that you seek. The answers will be delivered to you through epiphanies, automatic writing, meditation, or a spirit that will communicate the answers to you. And if you see a bluebird or a blue jay, this is a sign from the Archangel to look more clearly at the situation you have at hand and choose another path in order to guide you towards a brighter future. Now we go to Archangel who's in charge in number 3, and that is Archangel JOPHIEL. The Archangel's name means beauty of God, and the Archangel is the angel of beauty. But it's not just about physical beauty. This Archangel's mission is to bring beauty to our lives. The beauty of thought, the beauty of feelings, the beauty of home, and beauty of the self. Archangel JOPHIEL brings positivity, healing, joy, love, and transformation. In human form, he's usually represented wearing a fine robe of both deep and light pink, with wings and carrying a jeweled scepter in its hand. In animal form, the Archangel appears as a heron, which means living and enjoying life by going to great heights and listening to your own inner voice. Archangel JOPHIEL will encourage you to focus only on the positive aspects of life. He will inspire you to raise your energy levels so that you can attract more positivity towards you. And with his help, you can become a magnet for receiving only good and beautiful things. You will get all the things your soul is yearning for. You will also be inspired to give and receive unconditional love and form deeper bonds with the people in your life. You can call upon Archangel JOPHIEL whenever you want to attract love, happiness, and positivity in your life. Next Archangel on the list is the Archangel who's in charge of number 4 and also number 22. That's Archangel HANIEL. His name means the joy of God or the grace of God. Archangel HANIEL is the channel between us and God, and he provides patronage to those who are searching for enlightenment. This Archangel brings sensitivity, love, and joy, and he illuminates our soul whenever we are getting feelings of fear, stress, or worry. The Archangel will also help you mend the broken bonds with your family and friends. He will help you heal any broken relationships you have with other people, and generally just come to love yourself. In human form, the Archangel is depicted dressed in light blue, carrying wings, and has a gold chain necklace around his neck. The gold chain necklace is a symbol of how we are all connected to each other. In animal form, the Archangel appears as a turtle, and this highlights relationships and the healing process in regard to abandonment issues. You can call upon Archangel HANIEL whenever you want to repair broken relationships between your family and friends, and romantic relationships, or any kind of such relationships. The Archangel will bring to you the healing energy you need to mend your broken hearts and trust and start interacting with each other again. Coming to number 5, the Archangel that is in charge of number 5 is known as Archangel JEREMIEL. His name means the mercy of God, and the Archangel is associated with prophetic visions, psychic dreams, and life reviews. This Archangel helps the souls of the living and the dead to receive insight into their actions and learn from their mistakes. The Archangel cleanses our souls spiritually through increasing our faith, inspiring us to have mercy, and through easing our difficult and troublesome situations. In human form, he is usually depicted wearing a deep emerald robe with silver and gold ornaments and carrying wings. And in animal form, he is shown as a puma, a leopard, or a cheetah. That is to mean someone who protects his territory and accomplishes his goals with great confidence and incredible speed. Archangel JEREMIEL may also appear as an owl, and this symbolizes wisdom, impeccable hearing and sight, and great attention to detail. When you call upon this Archangel, he will transform your painful and heartbreaking situations into positive events, and he will also provide you with all the lessons and knowledge you need to deal with the types of situation that you may be in. Coming to the next Archangel, we have Archangel Michael, and Archangel Michael is in charge of numbers 6 and 33. His name means who is like God, and he is the leader of heaven's army of angels. The Archangel is the primary dispeller of evil, negative and life-draining energies, and protects the people from evil and misfortune. Archangel Michael is the great defender and protector of every human being and everything that is good on this planet. In human form, he is usually depicted as dressed in a white robe with wings, and he carries a sword in his hand. In animal form, he appears as a falcon or a hawk, which are birds of prey. You can call upon Archangel Michael whenever you need protection, courage, and strength. He will always have your back, and he will always let you know and feel that you are loved, guided, and protected. His mere presence is always powerful and reassuring, bringing you healing, optimism, and positive energy through love and truth. Archangel Michael's healing powers heal the body, mind, and the spirit. They also heal a broken heart that is in pain from the loss of a loved one. This is the Archangel who heals people from depression, anxiety, physical ailments, addictions, loss of faith, and negative energy. He does this by cutting off toxic cords of people who are not good for us. Archangel Raphael is the Archangel in charge of number 7, and his name means God heals. This is the Archangel who is the healer in the angelic realm, and he helps people with physical, mental, and spiritual problems. The Archangel is seen as the guardian of humanity and the divine physician. He is the main healer of all humankind and every being on this earth. In human form, he is usually depicted with wings and is dressed in white with his hands held up to his chest while his palms face outwards in order to bring healing. And in animal form, you're going to find Archangel Raphael appearing as a deer or a wolf. The wolf has healing energies, cares for his young ones, and fiercely protects them. He is also loyal and able to bring healing to others. On the other hand, coming to the deer, the animal is just a gentle animal. Therefore, when the Archangel Raphael takes the form of a deer, this is a sign of a deep healing occurring already, and it is also a reminder to us to be gentle and more loving with ourselves and with others who are going through a healing process. You can call upon Archangel Raphael whenever you or someone close to you needs healing for your physical body or just spiritual healing. The Archangel who's in charge of number 8 is Archangel RAZIEL. He's not only in charge of number 8 but also of number 44. His name means the secret of God, and is considered to be the one who's closest to God. This Archangel is the patron of justice and the protector of lawmakers, lawyers, and judges. RAZIEL holds the knowledge of the universe and can help one recall knowledge that has been accumulated over time. Archangel RAZIEL is a divine gatekeeper of secret information. He rules the in-between space between the earth and the heavens, and also governs the dreams, the subconscious mind, the visions, and the gifts of being a medium, and so on. In human form, he usually appears in a dazzling white light while holding in his hands a blazing ring shaped in the number 8, or commonly as the symbol of the eternity, thus representing the infinite life of our souls. In animal form, the Archangel is depicted as any bird with white feathers, which symbolizes purity and beauty. Moreover, he may also appear as a fish, which symbolizes the world of dreams and the fluidity of the communication between the earth and the heaven. You should call upon this Archangel whenever you are looking for an answer about a problem you're struggling with, or when you need assistance for interpreting your dreams and visions. The Archangel will help you every time you are prepared to welcome the higher energies into your life and to communicate with the Spirit. So finally we have the Archangel who's in charge of number 9, and that's Archangel Ariel. His name literally means the Lion of God, and this Archangel is the patron of nature and all living things in it. Of course, apart from that, he's also the patron angel of the elements. We're talking about fire, earth, water, and air. Archangel Ariel is the protector and the healer of the natural world, and helps people to get closer to nature without destroying it. He also watches over the planet and all its living beings. His divine healing powers embrace the natural world and heal it, thus healing us as human species, since the earth provides us with all the things we need for our survival. The Archangel has power for restoration and helps us to accept the cycles of love and loss, life and death, while at the same time bringing great amounts of positive energy and balance to our lives. In human form, the Archangel appears with wings, usually dressed in earth colors, and also appears with animals and trees surrounding him. In animal form, the Archangel may appear in the form of ducks, geese, and swans, which are all symbols of the soul's emotional nature and the peace and serenity that can only be gained by having faith in the path we have chosen for ourselves. You should call upon the Archangel when you need assistance with the healing and recovery of natural disasters. The Archangel will always heal the plants and the animals and bring health and growth to every living being on earth. So now you know who is your Archangel based on your birthday. But how do you call upon the Archangels? How do you call upon the guardian angels? So You can always call upon your Archangel by a formal prayer. However, that is not really necessary. You can just speak to your Archangel as you speak with your friend. You can just be relaxed, use a conversational tone, and speak to the Archangel. Still, it's important to remember that Archangels appear differently to different people because every person has a different energy, and the Archangels appear to them following the color of the person's energy. Therefore, every person will have a different and unique experience when connecting with their Archangel. So we can't say that, let's say if your Archangel is Archangel Uriel, you're going to have the same experience as everyone else. No, everyone is going to have an intimate and different experience with their Archangel. The angels can also take a male or a female form, since they are genderless. These are just spiritual beings, and they're going to appear in the form that you'll be more comfortable with. To wrap up this video, the archangels aren't directly our guardian angels. However, they command and oversee the work of our guardian angels. When you call upon the archangels, you can receive the help that you need either directly or indirectly from the archangels or from angels that are under their command. Now you know who's your archangel. Go ahead and call upon him today and see your life turn to be one of peace, love, and happiness.